llevo. Estoy con unos mocos que no. ¡Amigo! ¡No te emociones! No, amigo, no. Pues ya está. Vamos a jugar al Elysium. Elysium versión el corte de directo. Ahí está. ¿Vale? Ya está, no hay más que decir. Ya está. A esto se le va a dar. Esto es lo que hay. Vamos para allá. Buenos días. Voy a bajar un pelín la cámara. La cama está hecha. Increíble esto. Cállate, yo del pasado. Bueno. Cállate. Hombre. Hombre, ya. Estoy hablando. No, hombre. Estás opacando mi momento de gloria. Con la tocha que yo tengo mocos, tengo misiles nucleares. Yo lo oigo muy alto. Supongo que vosotros no tanto. A ver. Propiedades. Filtros. Vale. Ahí está. Cerrar. Vale, a ver si le puedo subir un poco. Me lo voy a bajar de los cascos, ¿vale? Yo lo estoy yendo más bajito. Vale, está todo funcionando perfectamente. Vamos a poner un hello there en el chat, ahí. Mucho del texto va a ser en este lado, en ese lado de la pantalla, así que creo que aquí no molestamos. Bueno, aquí no molesto yo, así que vamos a cerrar esto y vamos a darle a continuar partida. Ya voy a empezar la partida, luego subiré a mi canal, así que no os preocupéis si os falta. Te despiertas borracho y empiezas a indagar, ya está, eres poli. Poco más, descubre que eres poli y poco más. Vale, vamos a subirle a tope esto. Y yo diría incluso que le subiera un par de decibelios. Un par, dos. Yo diría que vamos a subir. Dos decibelios. Ahí está. Yo creo que sí vale. Porque a pesar de que yo tengo un chorrazo de voz, pues eso también quiero que se oiga el juego y la música y toda la pesca. Bueno, nosotros somos este señor con... vamos a decir que no somos los más agraciados. Mi cara no está tapando nada. Y donde está el chat solo está lo de curarte, que es esto, salud, y esto. Luego tenemos el inventario, que pues tiene cosas, y ya está. Puedes ir desnudo si quieres. O quitarte la ropa. De momento vamos a ponernos la ropa porque nos da beneficios del mundo interior y cosas así. Tenemos que hablar con este señor, nos ha dicho. Hemos hablado antes con...
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full flavor cigarettes.
¿Qué caracteriza el legitimismo?
Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
Vaya, ¿de dónde saco yo una corona así? La idea de un rey un siglo ya pasado me resulta fascinante. Preferiría aferrarme más al mundo de hoy en día. Vamos por inteligencia, así que vamos a intentar siempre dar respuestas inteligentes.
The contemporary period stands still. The fated carousel of progress that doomed the royalists is itself winding down. Our time is decelerating into what no one knows.
Como veis, no voy a hablar sobre esto porque me encanta la actuación de voz de este juego. ¿Qué es esto? Vislumbras para Fernalia del sindicato, un cartel de huelga y unos banderines rojos. Vale, tengo que hablar con este, pero en el capítulo anterior, así ya tenéis una razón para ir a ver mi canal de YouTube, hablamos de que básicamente estoy en estado de resaca y necesito... Hoy tengo que echarle alcohol al cuerpo, básicamente. Entonces, básicamente eso. Así que vamos a la barra del bar a ver un lingotazo.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again.
Garte, el gerente.
Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk.
Mirar la bebida secada. ¿Eres el camarero? Irte. No, está detrás de la barra del bar por la diversión, por las jajas. No te giba. Mirar la bebida secada.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
La Isola joder, vaya palabra. La Isola Isulíndica.
The small steel tag says as much. The great skua. Stegosaurus skua.
A ver. Podríamos decirle esto, pero yo creo que para soltar una vida mejor. ¿Te echo una mano?
Look, your buddy is over there.
Ya lo sé.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
Es el policía y hago lo que me da la gana. ¿Cómo que mi
He
colega?
pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
¿Eres el camarero?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
Bueno, pues ya que estás, ponme un lingotazo.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
Pero aún así puede servir un trago. Nosotros nos interesa beber alcohol, porque somos alcohólicos.
I could if I were a bartender, but I'm not. I'm the cafeteria manager.
Ay,
So I won't.
pues me quedo sin lingotazo. Pues nada, nos quedamos sin lingotazo. A ver, siempre podríamos beber. En la botella. En el primer capítulo tenemos la opción de... ¿Sabes? Pero yo dije que no, porque un poco de dignidad, ¿sabes? A ver.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
¿Yo?
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Eso significa que somos del mismo equipo. Es de echarle la mano.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi,
Kim
Lieutenant, Prison
Kitsuragi.
57. You must be from the 41st.
Teniente comisario del distrito 57. Usted debe ser de la 41. Sí, claro,
You
soy
realize
yo.
he's waiting for your name.
Estación normal. ¡Inventarte un nombre! Nos inventamos un nombre. O en plan de, no tengo ni idea de quién soy, la verdad. Tengo una melopea tan gorda que no... boca, no sé quién soy. Soy Batman. Y ya está. Le dice, soy Batman. Y ya. ¿Vale? Voy a comprobar que el chat funciona otra vez. Solo por manías mías. Soy un maniático empedernido. ¿Vale? Creo que lo voy a mover un poquito aquí. Oh, aquí, mira. Oh, Dios mío, no seré yo el mejor creador de contenido de la historia. A ver, no he de decir nada. Me podría callar la boca, pero como parece mi compañero le voy a decir la verdad. No me acuerdo de mi nombre.
Okay then.
Procesa la información y decide
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
¿Te refieres a él a sentir en la dirección del gerente? Sí, acabo de hacerlo. En realidad sí que hemos hablado con él. Todavía no, este es un enemigo, me estás confundiendo con otra persona. A lo mejor no somos policías, pero sí
If
hemos
you don't
hablado con él.
mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Pues no.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Pues claro, ya te digo. No me gusta lo feo, hombre, sería una frase muy de personaje de serie de policía, ¿sabes? No me gustan los cadáveres. Pero vamos a ser sinceros, porque...
So, the body is still in the tree.
Correcto, muy bien. Eso es verdad. Premio para el caballero.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight.
10 para
We
ser
should go
exactos.
there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Ajá. ¿Cómo estás seguro de que soy policía?
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the citizens' militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is, he's not from the rat squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
Ah, te refieres al escuadrón de las ratas. Eso sí lo podríamos decir porque lo sabemos, porque hemos tirado de enciclopedia, hemos tirado de conocimientos nuestros y nos suena, ¿sabes? Nuestro cerebro ha dicho, oye, esta información, ¿sabes? Porque eso es enciclopedia. Nuestro cerebro diciéndonos, esta información es de esto, de nada. ¿Te refieres a asuntos
Yes,
internos?
but I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation.
Ah. De acuerdo,
He
entonces.
nods.
Vale. Pero es que no puedo recordar nada.
I can see you drank last night and the night before.
Y la
That you're
anterior a
still
esa.
drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse.
El servicio de policía nunca se acaba.
If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
Correcto. Pues el
After
macho.
you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Debería tener una no debería tener... Espera, ¿yo no debería tener una placa? O algo así. La música mola muchísimo. Está sonando muy suavemente en el fondo de... ¿Lo oís? Pero bueno.
You mean you don't have a badge?
No la tenía cuando desperté. Fíjate que la has encontrado. No. No la tenía
Losing
cuando
your
desperté.
identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible.
Vale,
But getting the body down should still take precedence.
vale.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Es más, yo creo que deberíamos bajar el cadáver primero. Pero... Sí, vale, vamos a hablar con él. Ah, vale. No, porque no puedo correr. Perdón, es que me flipa mucho este
The
tío.
man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right?
Ujú.
You run this place.
Yes.
Responde de forma áspera.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an
Nueve de la
inter-district
mañana.
investigation.
Del
So
día
joining me from Precinct 41,
Ay, te mira en la cuenta y yo no le has dado tu nombre. El helado de la ruina. Puta madre. ¿Me pones otro?
No, you cannot.
No, sí, no sé.
Officer, I was thinking more along the lines of your name.
Todavía estoy bajando algunos
Fantastic.
nombres. Sí, como cuando dejas tu grupo de música, pero has recibido tu nombre de artista suelta. Y dale con lo que soy una superestrella. ¿Quién está a punto de decirte algo? Deja que hable. A ver, nos lo podríamos pasar en plan de somos muy listillos, pero no.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you.
Ah.
She usually works the bar here. I'm
Vaya.
only temporarily taking over her duties.
Vaya.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Mira. Ya tenemos el teléfono de Sylvie.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
Correcto.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
Deja de tirarte el moco, chaval, que somos policías, nos da igual. Bueno, somos. Él es policía, yo soy algo. Yo soy un borrachuzo muy competente.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
Vale, tío.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
¿Sí?
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your
Ya,
questions.
preguntas. Ya, preguntas, déjame. Uy, perdón. Vaya guarrazo le he dado al micrófono. A ver, ¿quién yo? No estoy servido a pasar del interrogatorio. Sí, déjame.
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Pregúntale sobre la ubicación del cuerpo antes de preguntar si lo mató. La gente revela información en las preguntas más inocuas que luego puedes aprovechar para las más siniestras, pero no al revés. ¿Dónde está el cadáver
Behind this
exactamente?
building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
Ah, ¿y cómo llegamos allí?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence.
No me
A
gusta.
really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit
No
through.
me gusta el tonito de voz que me estás poniendo, compañero. A ver si te voy a tener que dar 2 hostias y media.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style, unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
¿Por qué se me ha hecho
She
Sylvie?
went away because none of your business.
Vaya.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Eso no soy policía. Todo el asunto es mío.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Tu vida personal no me interesa si no... O sea, lo que tú hagas mientras no sea ilegal, compañero, me da exactamente igual. Y hasta que hagas sentir incómoda a una mujer, no es mi puto problema. El problema es cuando te pasas de la línea de lo legal a lo ilegal.
Thank you.
A ver, en un pequeño bolsillo. ¿No fue bien?
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you?
Esto me
Got
pone...
nothing to do with the lynching.
Esto me pone los nervios de punta. Soy feminista. Supongo que me gusta ser
Good for
feminista.
you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
¿Quién lo
I
mató?
don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Por ahí te vas a escapar.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Eso. Antes has dicho colgaron en el árbol. En plural. ¿Quiénes?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
El estibador del sindicato. ¿Quién dice eso exactamente?
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
A ver, no creo que sepa mucho porque si es verdad lo que ha dicho de que acaba de llegar, no va a saber mucho más de los rumores. Así que... ¿Por qué le hincharían ¿Por qué hincharían los estibadores a ese hombre?
I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
Claro, es que el aburrimiento es horrible. Cuando me aburro digo, ¿sabes qué? Estoy tan aburrido que voy a robar un puñetero banco.
You mean the strike?
¿Se refiere a la huelga?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
Tengo otra
The
pregunta.
lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Eso es todo.
Let's go.
En marcha.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Es aguacero, no me necesitas sin ser visto. Ahora no tengo tiempo para pagarte.
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
No se pronuncia la R, un acento aristocrático. Más bien como un acento español, pero vale.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you
Ah,
owe it.
que te
Wow,
debo dinero.
you're a genius.
Gracias.
Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
¿Pero qué es? ¿Qué es el dinero? Porque no ponemos en plan filosófico. ¿Qué es el dinero
What
exactamente?
are you, a philosopher?
Exacto, ¿ves? De hecho, creo que sí. Hasta los más básicos de la RAE, no sé. No. Pues solo estoy poniendo... Desde que desperté tengo problemas de recordar hasta los conceptos más básicos de la realidad.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Interesante, ¿de dónde lo
Are you
sacas?
serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't think cops can take bribes.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
Toma. Le puedo dar los 40 centavos que llevo en el bolsillo, toma.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
¿Cuánto te debo?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages.
Pero eso solo hacen 100 reales.
Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a
Oh.
tab of 30 real.
Ah, vale.
Actually, more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
¿Y ahora
I'm
qué?
sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Vale, vale.
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
No recuerdo dónde vivo. No recuerdo dónde vivo, es verdad, no lo recuerdo.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
A ver.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
No lo recuerdo.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
No sé, cerca, puede que al sur, muy lejos, en el monte. No sé, cerca, puede que al sur.
You don't really know, do you?
Completamente. ¿Significa eso que no tengo casa? Solo tengo una imagen vaga y difusa.
A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
A toda por culo. A la gente indigente. Vale, ¿crees que podría rastrear el camino de vuelta de alguna manera a la calle exacta, el número exacto del edificio?
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Ah. Vale. Deberíamos bajar el cadáver de una maldita vez.
Yes?
No, nada, perdón. Que me he equivocado de botón. Chiquillo. Chiquillo. La puerta está cerrada, dice cocina reservada para personas hasta las... hasta la 1. Ok. El libro dice comedor reservado a los miembros del sindicato, apertura a las 4. Ok. Vámonos para afuera. Pues esto es el juego, esto es la experiencia del juego. Acabamos de empezar. Puede que haya muchas más cosas o puede que no. No lo sé. Uy, esto me suena de Pony, ¿eh? A ver, ¿dónde está el maldito cadáver? Estos son los del sindicato. Que están aquí.
Scab?
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
No soy esquiador, soy policía. Yo sigo creyendo que esto es mentira.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab.
Eso es porque los policías no hacen huelgas de la manera que lo hace la gente normal.
Imagine,
Quiero decir,
you
es un
cops going on
servicio
a
mínimo que
strike,
tienen que
but then
cumplir.
another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
No. Anda un poco corto de dinero, ¿puedes darme algo? En plan... A ver si te da gracias por observar, pero tengo que irme. Estoy explorando. La verdad es que no debería hacer esto. ¿A qué se ve
You
la
know,
huelga?
serious business. I'm sure the big boss would be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Ah, Cal... ¿Se llama Cal mi mañana? Ah,
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike, too. just can't break the command structure and tell you now.
Gracias por la charla, me tengo que ir. Vale. Vale. Deberían... Yo creo que deberían quitar, ¿sabes? Cuando estás pasando por este tipo de sitios, esto debería hacerse invisible como en el Divinity 2. Para que veas por dónde estás yendo. No más que por... No por vicio. Fritet sick. 3 T's, qué idiomático. Vale. No sé dónde está el cadáver. Esto suena muy al demonio, ¿eh? Por aquí, ¿verdad? Agujero en la pared. ¡Tú, nene! ¡Nene! ¡No tocatis! ¡No tocatis, que te meto un guantazo! Huele a carne bodida y lácteos fermentados. Un ser humano se descompone. Correcto.
Kuno's got this.
Chico, está arrojando bien, ¿eh?
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, nappa comfy, Kuno. Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Deja de lanzar piedras en mi escena del crimen.
Kuno, yeah, right in the mouthful.
Shits himself.
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
¿Qué deberíamos hacer, Kim?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
¡Qué
You will
fuerza!
see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
¿Vosotros dos sois
The
hermanos?
fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
Porque me he caído en Inglaterra. Mira, tengo que hacer una
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you
¡Pum!
got.
No, eso no ha pasado, pero en mi cabeza es muy gracioso.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
Qué bien.
Irregular speech patterns, overconfidence. Could this kid be on drugs? This warrants further investigation into this. Kuno.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Puede que tenga... Perdón, no lo he leído porque yo qué sé. A ver, el cadáver... ¿Quién es Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig.
Chicos,
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
¿Es alguna especie de nombre entre pandillero?
Yeah, Kuno's in a fucking gang. In a bang gang. Kuno bangs for Magie, bangs for Mazda, bangs for Revachol.
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you. Help! Pig's got Kuno. Help! Rape!
Estupendo.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno. His dick is out. You're afraid.
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
How did we get here?
Y yo
How
qué sé.
did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
Aparte. Le intentó dar un buen... Venga, va. Me caí. Vaya, por Dios. Vaya.
You didn't shut him down. Your fat fist didn't meet its target. Instead, it pulled you down with it.
En fin.
Pig's trying not to cry. Kuno can't believe this shit. Can no one stop the Kuno? Pig, Kuno thought you had this. What happened? Kuno
que sí.
can't do anything now.
Fuck your shoulder, fuck your knee, fuck your fat body up.
Vale.
Yeah, you deserve this. Trying to show your dick to Kuno.
Oh God, do something quick. They're gonna start that again.
¿Quién me ayuda?
No.
Gracias, estoico. ¿Cómo hemos llegado a esta situación tan absurda? Ay, señor. Bueno.
Kuno's just gonna beat the shit out of you again.
I told you not to tempt such forces. Now, how about we go and do something worth the public's time?
Ay, Dios mío.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Hace un recuento exacto, a ver.
Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Revisar una por
1.
una.
Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46.
Correcto.
2. Standard work boot, steel. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46.
¿Qué es esto?
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have
Vale.
preserved them.
SEGUNDO.
5. Another standard work boot.
Vale.
6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41.
¿Hombre o mujer?
Impossible to tell.
Vaya.
Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
Soy bastante bueno en esto, ¿no? Contra el resto.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the 8, and yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an...
How many?
8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
Son de los mismos tipos. Viene y viene.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Es ligera. Uno de 200 kilos. Uno de 200 kilos es curioso. Una persona de 200 kilos es muy fácil de identificar y no es algo común.
200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's dead?
Podría ser.
Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
No voy a hacer comentarios al respecto, pero sigamos. Una idea descargada la gente puede haber sido una persona muy obesa. Igual era un gigante. Podría haber sido un gigante o una persona muy obesa. Aunque no tiene mucho sentido, aunque lo más seguro es que es eso, que sea la persona. Porque alguien tendría que cargar al tío después de lincharlo para subirlo al árbol.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Que tuvieron que cargar con él porque no estaba consciente.
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Sí, o arrastrarlo por los brazos. No estuviera consciente.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher or between 2 men. Anyway, it's for future consideration.
No, es
What
una vez
else
más
can you
lisa que la
see?
otra. ¿Alguien tiene los 100 planos?
Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul.
¿Tiene alguna idea,
Someone
teniente?
operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
Hombre, qué estúpido. Alguien que trabaja en una mesa de trabajo con un pedal como un ensamblador en el puerto se queda un rato pensando. Tal vez un baterista. Puede ser. Puede ser, porque en un pie tienes mucha fuerza. En el pie del bombo, lo que es el tambor grande del suelo, en ese tienes mucha más fuerza que en el otro pie. Porque es el con el que más... depende de si eres zurdo o diestro. Pero normalmente suele ser el derecho. La gente suele ser diestra, no zurda. Entonces tienes mucha más fuerza en ese pie que en el otro. Porque el otro pie es solo para los platillos. Y ese pie lo usas menos. Así que tiene sentido. Así que uno de los tipos que buscamos es un baterista.
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect.
Sí, no
Seems
estoy...
prudent, no?
Sí, no sé si queremos llamar demasiado a la
You're right. Let's keep a low profile.
Pisada ligera del 41.
A woman or a kid?
Seguramente sea una mujer. No creo que nadie lleve a un niño a un linchamiento.
Okay. How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
No lo sé.
Understood. Anything else?
¿Cuánto tiempo crees que tienen estas huellas?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
Correcto.
It is not impossible.
¿Cómo lo
I
sabes?
pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
Ya las hemos revisado todas. No sé, cariño, es un poco desfijado, pero practicable. No aguantar el peso de un hombre adulto.
The
Veamos el
corpse
cadáver.
looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
No coge tan mal.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
El niño blanco ahora puede vomitar a la gente. No, ya le va a
It's
jugar.
about to blow. Cop's gonna blow, Kuno.
Alguien intenta cultivar plantas en este invernadero. ¿Aquí? Oh, mira cuántas cosas para interactuar. Joder, a veces es un poco complicado. Ahora, un mecanismo de cabestante lleva varios años oxidándose.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
¿Qué se supone que hago mirando esto? Yo qué sé. Joder, tampoco para tanto, ¿sabes? No, ¿por ahí? No. Dinero. Magnesio, órale, tabute.
There he still is, looking right through you
No vomita.
with his white eyes. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor.
Intenta alejarte. ¡Ah! Vaya.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and
Puto
bits of
fiambre.
shish kebab.
Lo siento.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Gracias.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Ay, ¿de dónde sacamos el amoníaco?
There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't... There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Pretty clever.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Vale. Veamos si hay amoníaco por aquí. Putos niños de mierda. Voy a hacer una partida otra vez con bestia para darle un guantazo al niño y partirle la puta cara.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
La letra R lleva una corona. En el lazo de abajo pone una elevada luz desciende. ¿Cuánto dinero tengo? 60 centavos. Guay, increíble. Luz de sanguisan 8 veces. Algo de hacer dinero. Si tuvieras una bolsa podrías llevártelas.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Yo soy la ley. Entramos como el puto juez Dredd. Hola.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
¿Qué clase tienes esto? ¿Qué clase tienes esto?
It's a bookstore, sir.
Ah,
We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's
estupendo.
called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Ah, estupendo.
Books? Postcards? Easy. Even a kid would know all of this.
No me parece muy apropiado ser moneda.
Don't be a fool. As an expert, it's your duty to tell what you know to everyone.
Oye, ya me he decidido.
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while now.
La verdad es que no. Te vas. ¿Te importa si te hago algunas preguntas?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
¿Cómo te
My
llamas?
name is Annette, sir.
Ah,
My
vale.
mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
Correcto.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the
estás aquí
store is
fuera.
open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Vamos a ver, tan pronto a la hora de trabajo duro.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store.
¿Debes estar en el colegio o algo así?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
¿Todo esto qué es la escuela? Acabo de decir, oye, no deberías estar en la escuela. Oye, ¿qué es la escuela? ¡Ah! No sé qué es. En fin. ¿No crees que es importante
Mum
todo
says
esto?
it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get
Estupendo.
ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
¿Cómo va el negocio?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Maldito, ¿qué
Cursed in the
sentido?
way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Se miran con el culo al aire.
I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so.
No creo en las maldiciones.
They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses.
No están malditos, pero tu madre debería aprender de sus
Of
errores.
course, sir.
Bueno, adiós, nos vemos, Anet. La portada muestra a un hombre musculoso rodeado de fuego. En la portada de este libro aparece una rosa, una pistola y una señorita casi en cueros. Libros sobre la cultura bolgaira, como la libertad y la itinerancia ascendente. Un libro futurista en el gobierno lee las mentes mediante la radiotecnología. Un libro sobre paté. No tienes ni idea de qué es ese libro, pero tampoco parece importante. Se titula El hombre de Hemildar y el fuego salvaje.
This Postlavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
Botón de correos, bueno. No vamos a hacer ninguna de las dos cosas. Eres el hombre más cascarrabias que conozco, René. Ay, se rita en la carretilla.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
Tengo unas preguntas
Of
para ti.
course. What can I help you with?
El compañero ha dicho que tal vez tengas un poco de... Tal vez tendrías un poco de amoníaco, pero ya están un poco...
Sure, I'm done with it. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Necesitamos orientarnos.
Of course. Where to?
¿Dónde estoy?
What do you mean?
Estoy un poco de Reversol. Esto es Reversol.
Yes, sir. District of Martinez.
Vale.
This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
¿Qué hay hacia el norte?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
¿Y qué hay al este?
The harbor gates, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
¿Qué hay al sur?
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
Todos tienen... Esta señora tiene un acento muy francés.
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that, it's just
¿Qué era
water.
este?
No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
Gracias, eso es por
No
todo
problem.
por ahora.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Me tengo que ir.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Una cosa más, ¿me prestas tus cuentas?
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Estupendo. Veamos. No, objetos. Objetos. Ampolla de amoníaco. Ok. Y pañuelo de teniente. Ah. Cerdos fuera, el nombre de la calle es ilegible. supongo que se refiere a nosotros como policías. La mercancía del camión está desparramada por el suelo de mala manera. Vamos a ir aquí, a ver qué... Queremos trabajar, ya. A ver. Vale. Tulipanes y rosas amarillas, docenas de ambas. Hola.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
¿Estás leyendo?
You mean this?
Mhm.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Ya, no.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
A mí, sinceramente, lo de que las mujeres se besen, creo que a mi personaje se la suda 3 cojones.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Ah. Entonces, tangas. ¿Estás que así? Que salen en todas las... Será seguro. Apuesto que tu gorro se llevaría el premio.
No. I don't like it. I hate it.
Ah.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Es verdad, se me había olvidado. ¿Qué es... ¿Qué es frite?
I don't know. Frit?
Bien. Está escrito con 3 T's.
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
Vale. Vamos a hacer
Okay.
otras preguntas.
I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but
¿Qué puedes contar sobre el fiambre?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Gracias por todo.
Uh-huh.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
Moral. Dronomina. No sapez. Vale 90. Yo tengo 60. Si es que no tengo dinero, soy pobre. ¿Vendéis amoníaco?
Yeah, there's like an ampule somewhere.
Te voy a preguntar todas las cosas que hay en este mundo. No
The
podríamos
tear
pasar aquí
machine
años.
stands in the corner. A sign says,
Una botella,
1
10
bottle
centavos.
equals 10 cents.
Oh, that's the tear machine.
Sí, sí, pero ¿para qué sirve?
It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money.
Ya veo.
You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so... Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there. Somewhere.
Ah, bien, gracias por nada. Qué desastre. Vale, ya tenemos el amoníaco y un par de guantes para hacer la autopsia. Así que, bien.
An old old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta
Vestíbulo
Commerce
municipal,
Center.
peluquería, gimnasio para pasadas de aleta jóvenes, ventanas 24 horas, taller de moda de Emma, taxis de Fabrón, ciudad helada de Rebaxol, vestíbulo municipal, misma atleta este acceso a través del edificio B, sin etiqueta. Ahí está cerrado, obviamente. Tiene sentido. Vale, pues vamos a echarle un vistazo al cadáver. Un segundo. Voy a bajar la persiana de mi cuarto, que ya entra el sol. ¡Entra el sol! Antes entraba mucho más el sol. El sol llegaba a dar en el suelo de mi cuarto y tal. Pero como me construyeron un edificio enfrente, pues ahora ya solo entra una cosa así, ¿sabes? Y da en el escritorio y eso. Pero aún así hay que bajar la persiana porque da mucho. Da el sol en el cristal y el cristal se calienta. Y da en el cristal del escritorio y se calienta también. Entonces aumenta la temperatura dentro de la habitación. Vale. ¡Vamos para allá! No sé por qué os cuento mi vida, ¿eh? Puto crío de mierda. Va siendo hora de bajar el cadáver.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eye.
Vale, espera un momento. Objetos. Me voy a poner los guantes lo primero. Perfecto. Vas a ponerlo en el inventario. Ok.
There he still is, looking. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
¡Puta madre! No ayuda a nada.
Nor does the wind right now. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
Hazlo sin mí, no lo puedo soportar, claramente.
No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete.
Vaya.
I need your help. You need to get your shit together.
Vale.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
Vale.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
9:30 nos regresaremos. Intentaremos de nuevo, vale. Vale, solo tengo 2. Compresor de mierda volumétrico. Y el hongo solitario camino a casa. Paso de vuelta a casa, salta. Está por debajo de la 889. Elevada para llegar a Le Domaine Eminet. En la zona del norte de Jamrock. Las calles siguen congeladas en esta época de agosto. Caballero, atraviesa la principal principal hasta la percepción. Allí en el arco de un callejón lateral se distinguen tus huellas. ¿Ah? Vale. Eso significa que estoy dándole vueltas a la idea mientras tanto. Vamos a hablar con esa señora.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
¿Significa eso que le gusta? ¿Quién es Cielito?
Why, you are, officer.
Puede que así lo sea. No soy ningún Cielito. ¡Wow! Adiós, cámara. Adiós, Adiós, cámara. Nada, no, a ver. Estoy pagándole los frames que le debo a Hacienda. Mírame, parezco salido de un videojuego de hace 20 años. Es increíble. Pues nada, cuando quiera recomponerse ya está. Necesitaba un reinicio, un flash. Ya está. A ver si ahora así se... Uy, me pica la vida. Estoy pensando. A ver. Ay, tengo calor en la frente. Creo que me estoy muriendo. No soy ningún cielito. ¡Míreme! ¡Mírame! La cosa así. ¡Mírame! ¡Yo soy la ley! ¿Se puede ser más tonto que yo? Yo creo que no. No. Tío, otra vez. ¿Pero qué le pasa a mi cámara? La puta madre del cordero. Es que se le va, le da un pedo a la cámara que dice... no me apetece funcionar. No funcionar. Así que eso. No soy ningún cielito, míreme.
You're a handsome man, officer.
Sí, lo que tú digas.
Mustache in your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Se lo agradezco.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
Lena, la esposa del...
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Así que sí, le gustaría venir conmigo. Me llevo a la abuela por ahí de marcha pancha. A ver. Le pido dinero. Pero abuela, pasta, dame pasta. Creo que sería una bajeza, pero yo qué sé, tío. Ya, tío, que la cámara no quiere ir, ¿no? No le da la gana. Hoy la cámara está rebelde. Ay, pues no me acuerdo cuál era el cable para la cámara. Bueno, pues nada, quito la cámara y a tomar por culo, ya está. Sí, total. Para ver mi cara, pues, casi creo, sinceramente, que os he hecho un favor. La verdad. Creo sincera y honestamente que os acabo de hacer un favor. No sé si se ha dado cuenta, pero no sé ni quién soy, ni dónde estoy, ni nada. Ni lo que estoy haciendo, ni nada de nada.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Me vi tanto que lo he olvidado todo, literalmente.
Oh my. You know where we are, right? That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
En Revachol.
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to
No
be
te
here,
ofendas,
you
pero
and I.
Revachol parece una puñetera zona de guerra, ¿vale?
I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
Me lo creo.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
La primavera del 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Knowledge. Grudge.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there. But now she relaxes her shoulder.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Los extranjeros y las mujeres. ¿Algún tipo de democracia? Tal vez.
Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
Meaning, buying is voting.
Estoy tan decepcionado.
It is quite disappointing, yes. A lot of people would like some form of representation. There's talk, but for now, the RCM is all we've got.
Y si no hay gobierno, ¿cómo es que hay
Oh
policías?
dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution.
Somos de otro sector, pero como aquí no hay policía, tenemos que
But we
hacerlo
should
aquí.
stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
¿Qué puedes contarme más?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
Si se vuelve
No.
teniente.
I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Kim, eres una perla de ser humano.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
A saber.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
Así que en silla, ¿eh? ¿Le gustaría venir conmigo? ¿Le gustaría venir conmigo?
Whatever do you mean?
Tiene que ser mi compinche sobre la lucha contra el crimen, lidiando con fiables, empates traseros y atrapando asesinos en serie.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Seguramente tengas razón.
It seems to me that you lucked out with your partner. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law. Someone you can lean on, and sweetie, you are looking unsteady.
Así
Yes,
que no
dear.
sé, ¿eh?
I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
La verdad, cometió en una guerra.
No, dear. I'm not quite that old. Although I was injured in the line of duty.
Me siento como si hubiera estado en la guerra.
Oh my. What happened?
Creo que perdí.
That's how I feel about the accident. I was a training and development manager at a rapidly expanding mail-order shoe company. You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and, well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding. I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays.
Gracias por aclarármelo.
No problem.
Me tengo que ir ya. Dinerito, dame.
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
Su gestión, normal. Tocarle la fibra sensible.
Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a single manly tear.
No me es fácil pedirle esto a nadie, pero estoy al límite y si voy a darme algo de dinero me ayudaría mucho.
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn. Just I tide you over.
Wonderful. He has a pin.
Bueno, déjala.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas-relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A
Sí, un
chipped
pingo
green
medio
flag at the
negativo, lo
bottom
entiendo.
reads, The Saint-Baptiste dinghy races were conceived as a biennial civic pride celebration and cash cow, but only took place twice, in 31 and 33. The 31 races are the subject of fond reminiscence. Those who were there will tell you of sun-drenched bleachers, pink bubbly, and bronze-legged studs in white shorts.
Bueno, ¿cómo va mi...? Vaya. Vamos a interiorizar lo otro también, porque ¿por qué no? Continúa.
The 33 races, on the other hand, were plagued by controversy over performance enhancers and very cold rain. After 2 local champions were stripped of their titles, the city decided not to hold the event again.
Vale.
You could totally sell this pin for cash.
¿Dónde puedo empeñar el pin?
Cross the plaza and follow the road along the coast. Down by the water, there'll be a shack nestled against an old stone facade. That's the pawn shop. An old friend of my husband's goes there often. He says the owner is
Cruza la
quite
plaza y
helpful.
sigue la carretera al sur. Junto al canal verás una chaza enclavada en una antigua fachada de piedra, ¿vale?
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab.
¿Qué es
You
empeñar?
can
A
pawn
ver,
these items when talking to Roy.
a ver. Le prometo que me de vuelta en cuanto... No le voy a prometer eso porque es mentira. Esto me da las gracias, Lena.
You're quite welcome, dear.
Me tengo que ir ya.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Vale. Estamos esperando a que cambie el aire de... Jesus. De tal, a ver. Vale, equipa ahí compresor de mierda volumétrica. Ah, vale. Tendríamos que hacer esto. Así que hasta que eso no esté no podemos hacer nada. Así que vamos a dar una vuelta. Vale. Veamos. He dicho hacia el sur.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a trap.
A simple little cadence. He seems to
Soy
be
la ley.
making it up as he goes.
No importa. Sinceramente me la suda. Alguna fuerza tectónica resque bajado el pavimento como una cáscara de huevo.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
Vaya.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench, if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
O sea que aquí puedo venir a pasar el tiempo. Ok, está bien. Vaya cinemático que conducen al tejado. El inicio de la lluvia casi las han borrado. Ok. Puedo ir por aquí, no. Puedo ir por... Es que la perspectiva esta no ayuda mucho, la verdad. Es como en el Final Fantasy VII, la perspectiva no ayuda a veces. Entonces... Cormorán en solidario escudriña el mar indiferente a tu presencia. Me parece bien. Correcto. Ahí arriba hay una chica. ¿Habrá derramado ella la pintura? Dentro ves el chasis de una moto y las herramientas que utilizaron para desmontarla.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
¿Qué hay ahí?
Yeah, you better keep walking.
Hey,
The
bitch!
streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
Ajá.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C. Ask away, pigman, but I don't promise to answer.
A brush? An artist? The red splatter is urban expressionism.
¿Sabes algo sobre el asesinato?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go
Tu
forth
madre.
and forage in someone else's shit.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Dejas de mirarme de reojo. ¿Qué estás mirando?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms. Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That Ozon her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Correcto.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Ajá. ¿Quién es?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing.
Estupendo. Alguien que nos va a hacer dar vueltas en círculos.
You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Vale.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to her. Watch
Nos
your
vemos luego,
back,
Cindy.
ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Sí, claro, que miedo. ¿Cómo va la compresión de mierda? Al 36%. Además, sí, yo no tengo la culpa. Regresado a los asientos de la Route de Saint-Isalin 33A. El interior de la barca brilla como si estuviera recién pintado. ¿Magnesio? Me gusta. Tu ubicación de Guay no es más grande que esta balandra.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top. of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good morning, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
Yo qué sé.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines Group.
Parece rica, ¿me
Is
dejas algo de
what you
dinero?
want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
¿Por qué no?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
Bonita tela.
Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth
Correcto.
and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible. Within reason.
Sí, ¿y qué?
Now look at you. You misery-clad simian. Barely able to tie your own laces.
Joder, ¿cómo
Your
te
armpits
pasa?
are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead and your underwear feels uncomfortable.
Vaya.
You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
A ver. Sí, a estas alturas ya debería ganarme las habichuelas.
Maybe you could ask her for some stock tips. That's a maybe. Or a job. But you're sure as hell too ashamed to ask for cash, buddy.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
¿Qué puedes contar en el linchamiento?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57.
Yo sigo siendo el tío que no tiene nombre.
And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, detective?
No, está relacionado con eso. Recuerda que mi compañero mencionó...
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Se ha repetido los recuerdos de mi vida. Sí.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
Que yo sepa, esto me lo podría haber comido. No recuerdo nada, ni de esto, ni
Oh
nada de
dear.
nada.
Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond.
¿Qué tal si te callas?
I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
Gracias.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
La coges, la tiras al agua y le dices, y cuando salgas te voy a dar 2 hostias.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
¿Cómo me has sabido de esto? Bueno. entonces
Of
hablamos de
course.
otra cosa.
But before we do, officers, let me be perfectly clear.
A ver.
The situation is extremely volatile. The sooner we can speak about this lynching business, the better for all of us.
Vale, que sí. Gracias,
Of
eso es
course,
todo por ahora.
Detective.
Me voy a quitar los guantes, porque... Total. Ok. ¿Qué es esto? Ah. Tú.
Yes?
Kim. ¿Por qué me sigues? Compañero, es tu compañero.
No response. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Creo que puedo ir a ver, pero ya no recuerdo nada. Una gran cantidad de alcohol tiene la culpa.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
Me?
Sí, de ti.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
¿Una vez hablas contigo eso?
What do you mean?
Una vez tienes conversaciones con tus...
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Estupendo.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
Entonces, ¿cómo ya sabes, no?
What? Think? I do most of my work inside my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Eso está
Good.
por ahora.
Let's change the subject.
Vale, pues tenemos que llamar para decir que hemos perdido la placa. Ir a vender el pin para sacar algo de dinero, a ver si es suficiente con eso, ¿eh? Este debe ser su coche.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery.
Yeah.
Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage.
Ah, mira, ya he terminado con eso. Vale, abre la puerta.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
Luego tapelos con el mango de goma, coger la linterna, coger la palanca. ¿Qué me llevo? A ver, la palanca de cortavenas va bien. Así que...
The pull-out toolbox, the frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Aquí pisafuegos, cambio. Pisafuegos.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Pues es que son
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
¿Me puedes poner con la 41?
Just a second, officer.
Después de rato...
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
The man uses relay code. You got
Te lo
this.
sabes, eres
You're
policía.
a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over. 10-18, state your message, sir.
necesito ayuda financiera urgente. Oye, es que estoy pelado. Estoy pelado como una puta rata, socorro. No pasa nada.
10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation.
Sí,
I
sí,
need...
informa.
Is it him? What does he want? Says he lost his badge and needs to report it. He what? He lost his badge?
Sí.
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over. You mean your partner? Over. What is he saying? He's asking who you are. I'm his goddamn partner.
Ah, vale.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vitmar, sir. Over. Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
Yo. Me llamo Dick Mullen.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Esto tiene mucha gracia porque tiene acento francés.
Oh goddamn it! Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this. Satellite Officer Vicmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station.
¿Sabes?
Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Vale. Vamos a seguir, solo que informar y seguir con lo mío.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his...
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
¿Podéis dejar de decir ha perdido su placa un puto
He
segundo?
asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too. Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
¿Tengo mi arma?
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Totalidad. Vamos a mentir.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun, not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
No creo que usen el mismo arma porque son de sectores diferentes. Es un arma. ¿Qué más quieres? Una puñetera arma asesina, normal y corriente. Ya sabes cómo son. Bang, bang.
He says it's just a regular gun.
Sounds like he's being deliberately vague.
¡No jodas!
Detective Mullen has done it again. Where's my gun?
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't. This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over. That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
What's he saying?
He said he sodomized your mother.
Es más gracioso si lo dices así.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he...
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. Tell him to apologize.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over. Mac, he says you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place.
Who?
Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir.
Firewater? He's lost it.
Satellite Officer V.
Vale.
10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? 10-4, I hear you. I don't have...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking...
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just...
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
Por favor, los suben ni siquiera sé. Tengo donde...
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent.
Request denied, sir. Over. He says he's in...
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Vigmar said... Anything else, sir? Over. Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Sí, es verdad. Primero preguntamos si estás solo.
That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over.
No sé.
10-4. You...
Hold up, Jules. He doesn't fucking know where he lives? Did I hear that right?
Seems like it, sir.
No, fuck him. Don't tell him anything. You understand? He's been hellbound for the gutter.
Joder.
Let him have it.
Sorry, sir. Anything more I can do for you? Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
What? What is it?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
¡La puta madre!
Understood, sir. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
A metallic drawer, the pry bar useful for opening, It's robust, lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The handles are long. You can do good work with these. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its...
Puta madre. Vale. Ahora tengo 3 herramientas. Vale, necesito hacer...
Volumetric ship compressor.
Estupendo.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Estupendo. ¿Qué? Ha aumentado mi resistencia. Vale. Ahora ya puedo bajar el cadáver. Presupongo.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eye. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Inspeccionar los tatuajes. Bueno, ¿cómo lo
We should
bajamos?
have a look at that belt before we even consider taking him down. It looks worrisome.
Vale. Inspeccionar
The
la-
hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Esta es una cinta de transporte aéreo.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Debe ser reforzada para el transporte aéreo. Eso dice mi cerra.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
¿Cómo harían para subirlo? Hemos pensado que fueron trabajadores portadores. Eso es demasiado aventurado. Se querían que se quedase ahí arriba. Si la cinta está reforzada con cables de acero. ¿Cómo harían
A
para
noose
subirlo?
is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
Si la cinta está reforzada
I
con
was
cables.
afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
Vamos a echar
The
un vistazo
cadaver
a ver.
hangs from the cargo belt.
Sí, sí,
The
mirad las
material
botas.
appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding.
Perfecto.
A fine
Maravilloso.
array of interlocking
Fantástico.
plates covers them.
Voy a subirme un pelín a mí el volumen porque luego no se me oye casi. Vale.
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
No son más que... No son más... No son, no son unas simples botas, más bien diría que forman parte de una armadura, ¿verdad?
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic.
Ya, ahora voy a dar la armadura.
It's clearly some manner of super armor or future armor. Super future armor. I'm useless.
¿Qué clase de armadura es esta exactamente?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
¿Dónde?
Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal! What's wrong with you, asshole? Why is he letting go, Coop?
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot? It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Vaya.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
By
No,
catching,
basta.
do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
No, no me refería a
Of
eso.
course. The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range, communicating both professionalism and sarcasm. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this...
So am I.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
Un cacharro flipante.
It is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
¿Para qué queremos la
It
foto?
contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
¿Puedo caerme de ahí? Entonces... Ahora muerto.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper. Teeming.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
A ver si sale.
I'm gone.
I'm gone, ¿ah? ¿A dónde te has ido?
Into the wild pale yonder.
¿Dónde está eso?
In the past. Way out in the west.
¿Y quién eres?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
A ver si lo eres, pero ¿quién eres cuando estabas vivo?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Tengo que hacerte
Go
una
ahead.
pregunta. ¿Qué está pasando?
What do you mean?
Pues que estoy... No importa, pues estoy hablando
It's
contigo.
the power of your imagination. Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
¿Por qué me encantan tanto las preguntas? Te odio, apestas y aburres. Ya basta.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Boca di lupo. Yo necesito saber, hombre,
Of
claro.
course, you have questions, don't you? The power of your imagination is at your service.
Te odio, apestas y aburres.
Do I remind you of someone?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
Bueno, y yo soy Sarlequín.
You sure got out of that one, Coppellini.
¿Por qué me encantan tanto las preguntas?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Sí, dame más
Here
preguntas.
you go, you loony.
Porque siento que he olvidado algo terrible.
Because you have.
¿Me llamo lunático?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Es obvio que me llamo lunático.
Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
¿De veras? ¿Crees que podría llamarme Harry?
You can be anything you want, brother Corpo.
Ya basta.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with
Que
my
sí.
frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Esto me recuerda mucho a Sin City, no sé por qué. Hemos inspeccionado la cinta de amarre y ahora cómo lo bajamos.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Entre cerrar los ojos y dar un paso atrás.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration?
Observar.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
Su cara y sus manos están rosadas, los muslos
I see
también.
it. His neck too.
¿Me queda café?
The
No.
lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
Relajar la
The
vista.
monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something.
El líquido
Black
negro.
liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
Creo que se ha hecho caca.
So, what do you think?
Creo que está muerto ya, no, eso es evidente. Le dieron una paliza. ¿Ves los maratones? Creo que estuvo en pie después de morir. Dios. A ver. Coloración. Tiene decoloración en el cuello. Pero eso puede ser por la soga. Hay algo que sale de
A pool
él.
of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
Qué bien.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Pues sí, soy mierda. ¿Pasa algo?
Malicious laughter erupts in the yard. Sounds like seagull.
Big said he's a...
The lieutenant's face is made of stone.
Le dieron una cabeza. ¿Ves
I
los
do.
matones?
Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports her hanging.
Quizás lo
Yes,
estrangularon.
there's always a chance we are wrong. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Entonces,
But
coger aire.
there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils.
Hemos terminado.
Slow.
Bajémoslo de ahí.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the...
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda.
A ver, ¿por qué? Pero, sí, espera, reconsiderémoslo. A ver.
But what other options? The
No
corpse
puedo hacerlo
twists
yo.
on
Podríamos
the belt
cortar las ramas.
like chicken on a skewer.
Eso podría funcionar. Estoy en blanco. Echamos otro vistazo. Tal vez podemos bajarlo a un disparo. No, eso no es buena idea. No fallón. Y si no lo hacemos, podemos cortar la rama.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Sí, ya,
There
parece
has to
peligroso.
be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
¿No podríamos bajarlo de un disparo?
Bang bang time, pig. Shoot his head off.
How?
Yo qué sé.
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Ahí, la bella afianza la cinta entera.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno.
Espera, déjame
The
intentarlo.
lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
No.
What else can we do?
Estoy en blanco. No tengo ni idea. Joder. ¡Ah! A ver. No se me ocurre nada. Estoy totalmente en blanco. Es que dispararle es una muy mala idea. Es una idea de mierda. Para ser exacto. Permiso. Ahora almacenar. Normalmente ahora se almacena el alcohol. Un coche extranjero. Bien conservado. Unas cubiertas de nieve. Aquí ya no vive nadie. Dinero. Una camiseta de tirantes blanca. Para mí.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face.
Correcto.
The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
¿Qué es esto?
A Stars Ryko, one
No,
of the
no
finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie.
¿Qué conoces este tipo de
Not many
carros?
people outside of Grad, and Revachol West too, it appears.
Mira qué pasada.
Stash Raiko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
Espera, a lo mejor podemos... ¿Eso es la última vez? ¿Qué sucedió la última vez?
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue, the colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white, the colors of the Stars Ryko.
¿Qué sucedió la
An old
última vez?
place for my precinct. A couple of Zhimsk migrants saw a Stash Raiko stopped in the street, painted just like this, muddy brown. Murdered the driver on the spot. They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The Zhimsk community protested the trial, flying the banners of some old king or whatever. 5,000 came to protest.
Correction, 4,395, the fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
¿Tienes conforme a la comunidad de
People
Zelensky?
we are paid to protect. Let's leave it at that.
¿Cuál fue la sentencia?
4 years for murder in Reunion. The perps were remorseful. Their sorry knocked 8 years off the sentence.
The prisons in the greater Revachol Industrial Harbour are already full. Prisoners are expensive to maintain. The longer the sentence, the larger the cost.
¿Qué tal si no? ¿Te crees que estoy ciego o que soy tonto? A ver. Disculpa un segundo, que tenemos a alguien que quiere llamar la puta atención. Y a jodernos el mollo. Vamos a ver. Veamos. ¿De qué hablas? No hablo español. Usando cuentas en este momento. Sin embargo, lo sigo desde el 20 de junio de 2019. Thank you. I guess. But I know so sure about that. Sounds like bullshit to me. So... Vamos para allá. A ver. ¿Es posible que nuestro arcado fuese conductor de este carro? Eso es muy aventurero. Es decir, esto es hablar por hablar, ¿sabes? Vale. Pues nada, vámonos. ¿Tenéis miedo de trabajar por vuestra cuenta? Ya, yo creo que no.
Yes?
Nada. A ver, vamos a hablar con el jefe de... Supongo que es uno de estos. Pero supongo que este.
Bastards! We have a right to work.
Puerto esto prácticamente aguda. Hombre. ¿Qué se cuece por aquí?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
Se vuelve a salir todos los demás.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
No.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Sí.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Te voy a silenciar porque no me... No vetar, ¿no? ¿Cómo se hacía eso? A ver, un momento. No. Puedo hacer esto, ¿no? Vale. Ya está. Mismamente. ¿De qué clase de causa estamos hablando? Y eso no he decidido por ningún bando. Sea como sea, tengo que hacerte algunas preguntas. ¿Qué clase de causa estamos hablando?
Rights of workers.
Sure.
To have gainful employment.
Ajá.
To make a salary.
Ajá.
And feed their families.
Ajá.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from
Sea como
sets of learned phrases.
Sea como sea, tengo que hacerte algunas
Maybe you
preguntas.
should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Yo también quiero entrar en el puerto, no sé por qué. Pero vale.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
Es un asunto oficial, no puedo divulgar
Right
información.
to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing.
No sé.
You should bring
La
them
verdad,
home. Open up the gates for us.
La verdad es...
Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Claro, ¿por qué no? La verdad es que no soy ningún experto
We
en
are
la
not
materia.
taking a side in this just yet, sir. Pity.
Let us work!
Ya me iba. Ay, 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 por favor. ¿Qué pone ahí? No falta, vale, tío, tengo bocas que alimentar, en fin. Pone G, P, I, R, I, D. Ay, bueno.
Yes?
No, coño. Ya está, eso, pues a ver. Estás en el guardia. Tengo que enseñar médicamente. Por. No sé qué. No puedo hacer la bolsa abajo a patadas. Estupendo. Aeropuerto industrial de Rebachol.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Mi cuerpo no carece de importancia. Soy policía y tengo que entrar en el
That
puerto.
is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
Su rostro se contorsiona, da asco, como si oliera a una rata muerta.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
¿Qué espera? ¿Qué es Al Ghul?
Yes, Al Ghul.
Ya, eso no sirve para nada.
It means alcohol.
Ah.
I doubt it, my microcephalic race servant. No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Entonces está muy bien, pero estos rollos raciales no son importantes. Te pido que me ayudes. Vamos a ver.
For help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How
¡Puta
far
madre!
The Occidental Haplogroup has fallen.
Chachi!
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures. You will be superseded. Isn't
It is, baby, yeah. You.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Tengo que entrar en el puerto. Venga, hombre, solo necesito que muevas unos 20 centímetros. Apartarlo, sí. Estás tú que yo muevo a este mostrenco. Vale.
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Ando un poco corto de dinero, yo suplicando dinero por todos lados. Magnesio. Estupendo.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Camionero racista, estupendo.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
Ya, compañero, pero tu nombre es camionero racista.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave.
Joder.
But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
¿Qué transportas?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Espera, ¿cuánto tiempo lleva esto así?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
¿Qué mercancía deberías recoger?
Apples.
Ah.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
A mí me suena tapadera. Manzanas.
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions. Oh, the strike? Oh, apples.
Apples is exactly...
A mí me suena tapadera.
As detective. I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges. Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular.
Koiko may be another derogative. For a person from Grad, you think.
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow them down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life.
Yeah? Says who? Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos. They're everywhere, except they're...
He means the people living in Grad.
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk. Those degenerates from Grad.
O sea, que es un insulto racista.
Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say?
¿Me enseñas las manzanas?
Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides, even if I did have some, I wouldn't...
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling, even if it is something unsavory. So he'd remain unaccountable.
Vale. Ay, Dios mío. Voy a guardar.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. All you hear is static, but no one answers the call. An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid game.
she thinks you're the gremlin child.
The gremlin
what would
child.
he say to this?
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again.
A single beep indicates that the line you ring the door. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Vaya.
This button looks new, but someone has removed the...
This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
A ver.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Un segundo, pero hay algo sonido. ¿Por qué no?
Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you money. I would be doing you... One has to earn one's success. Even if...
Certainly there are good things to be said about dependence.
Oh my, of course. What a man. I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture. Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Sí, claro.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Sí.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Yes.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
Estoy aquí para desmantelar el libro mercado y abrir el trabajo infantil. Sí soy. Vale, cambiamos de tema. Joder,
The
chaval.
woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Esta es la vista librera. A ver, ¿qué hay aquí?
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do. Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical act. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to... What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family.
Dioses, ¿no?
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the...
Otro coñazo de libro ahí tirado.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Esto no me sirve de nada. Empiezo a sospechar que soy demasiado estúpido para jugar a este juego. Para mí, me veo distante de una gaviota. No puedo hacer nada. Hago el trabajo de esto. Vale, eso es en este muro, ¿no? Bueno. Dinero. Me he echado hasta el último momento de rebachol. Creo que ese es el momento en el que deberías reconsiderar tu vida. Una vez se venta rota, Tips tiene ventanas. Había botellas por aquí, ¿verdad? Recuerdo yo que había botellas en algún lugar de por aquí. Ahora que tengo una bolsa puedo subir nivel en intelecto. Yo tengo un punto de habilidad. Podría subir un punto a autoridad y así dar un poco más de tal. ¿Cómo va lo otro? 48%. Vale. Lo bueno es que le puedes dar a donde quieres ir y ya. ¿Sabes? Le das aquí y le das al shift y va corriendo automáticamente. ¿Qué hay ahí?
lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Mira por la ventana.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers.
Sí, en el asiento trasero.
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from E.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear-view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays. It is the seal of Royalist-era Revachol.
Se me ocurre cómo bajar al cadáver, os lo juro. Estoy dándole vueltas y no se me ocurre nada.
This trash container is locked. The slide, just a trash container. Your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock.
We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Vale. Whirling in Rags. Vale. Vamos a ello.
Old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you. Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident. You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is you ring the doorbell, but nothing. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore. You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if you can almost hear them breathe.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old... Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
It's you. My God.
She must be mistaking you for someone. Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it.
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. Ever since I came to live here, it's been...
A spot of static overrides her words.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally meet again.
She sounds like she's about to cry. She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay. Another seagull passes by.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read. Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. All right, maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that there's a light buzz. There's the static again.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
It's you. My God.
Wait, is she...
Michelle. Why did
Is this some kind of joke? The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been as if my mind...
And then it hits you. She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going. The phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime. No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilots.
So... it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve. I don't have time to explain it to you right now. Maybe sometime later.
The strange and alien thought pattern ends. Silence. No one answers the doorbell. Silence. No one answers your call. You hear you ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't but all you hear, you ring, you wait, looks like silence. Nothing happens.
Nada, nadie me abre. Pues nada, a bailar. Bla bla. Hacia la rotonda norte.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Abre la cortina.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the pet...
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the...
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
No! Please just talk.
Talking is always good. You see a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron shape.
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books?
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more you see some kind of charm. An irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fishhead charm at this time. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it.
I warned you, you're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
¿Qué es esto ahora? Carlos Chulu, venga, hombre. Cállese ya, señora. Señora, como no se calle, le voy a dar un guantazo a mano vuelta. Ya verás qué risa. Se trata de un hombre ligeramente andrógino. Ciertas fantasmagóricas secadores de pelo. El mero hecho de mirar ese gozo de amenaza, tomas el culillo. The fuck?
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. Only an echo. No one is. A hollowed out, dark echo.
¡Ah, toma por culo la puerta! ¡Ah! ¡Mi hombro! ¡Me cago en!
You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take one more try to break through.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Sí, ¿por qué no? ¡Ah! Surprise, motherfucker. ¿Qué te pasa?
What is this place?
Es un gimnasio.
I think you're right, though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
¿Verdad?
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the wind. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Sounds good.
Huele a cuero y a sudor. El rico, rico olor. El rico, rico olor del ejercicio humano. El olor de la goma. El sudor rancio. ¿Y esto?
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world there are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
You're right. The weights may fall off. Better not touch it then. It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't.
Una manjona llena de un líquido extraño. Momento videojuego, totalmente. Punto de memoria. Parece rotar de acero con un logotipo de Slipstream. Sigues con el logo de Slipstream impreso en la capa superior laminada.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
No te sigo.
The skis and rotor blades both bear the same slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
Ah.
That's a good question. Reality is ruthless.
Ya. ¿Qué me vas a contar? $1 y pico. Terciopelo suave, entonces y apoyado. Mi favorito. Más dinero. El trozo de este tiene un extraño coloramiento, ya es lo que tiene el polvo.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, tune out, Wirral untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe.
Ah, bien.
The full text reads, Heat Death of the Universe is the new black. Another note says, the biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
Ah, el juego se está poniendo meta, qué bien.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework.
The radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
What he means is that these things cost money. This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer. The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing nothing happened. Something's missing. There's no tape in the player. Nothing happens. It's empty, like a beehive. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On a bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts. The static gets louder, slowly.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using. One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games.
El juego se está poniendo muy meta, ya está, esto ya es ridículo. Estupendo.
That's not bad.
Any other questions? The filament you have inserted into the reader. That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core?
Sí.
Good.
Password. Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
Received. I will register.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of...
Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Good. Please repeat the password. No.
A hint system is not part of the
Still no. I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for Fortress Accident.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password? Still no. Received.
Don't worry.
Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do? Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Veamos. Dinero. He conseguido más magnesio. Mi moral está a salvo.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator.
Gracias.
The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Aquí lo que uso es una nevera.
Just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Let's take a look inside.
Vamos a ver.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note.
Coger la nota.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
Ahora echamos un vistazo a la nota.
Coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying.
What are you doing? Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Bonito sótano.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here. What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens. Still nothing.
Rayos.
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw. Yeah, screaming isn't happening on account of extreme shortness of breath. You're just making it. There's no shame in surrendering now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face. Like you. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented, "That ain't easy on the ticker." He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case.
Vaya. Oh Dios, y ahora tengo que volver al pasado. No me jodas. Dime que has guardado antes. Oh Dios. Vale, F5 es mi amigo.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island.
¿Quién es este?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal.
Ah.
As you look up, you know.
En fin, creo que lo voy a dejar aquí. Este juego es muy denso, Así que aquí me voy a ir. Adiós.